Discovering Little Scientist. We are in the knowledge century, where new knowledge and technologies are being generated at an amazing rate. Tremendous strides have been made in all fields of science and technology in India since independence. However, almost all development is restricted to cities. Villages have been grossly ignored. It is necessary that we now also focus attention on the rural sector, and special efforts need to be made to nurture talent in villages. The Moving Academy of Medicine and Biomedicine was established in 2001 by a group of 13 globally recognized physicians and scientists. The Academy's projects are implemented through two wings. One deals with research-oriented medical education. The main objective of the second wing is to take modern science and technology to rural India through two programs: Discovering Little Scientist and Mobile Science Fair. The program Discovering Little Scientist is announced through a number of local and national newspapers all over Maharashtra. Special efforts are made to contact students in village schools. In addition to providing his or her brief CV, each applicant is asked to submit a short essay on any one of the following topics: cancer, heart attack, diabetes, human genome, gene cloning, genetically modified crops, and stem cells. Students are interviewed and selected on the basis of their performance. Due credit is given to the applicant's essay. Selected little scientists were divided into groups for working on different projects. Study areas were urban middle-class societies, urban slums, and rural regions. To provide the benefit of the program to the society, only community-based research subjects were selected. Research topics allotted to the students were determination of body mass index, screening for early chronic kidney disease, and prevalence of hypertension, anemia, and diabetes. Two more projects were testing the quality of drinking water in villages and testing anti-cancer activity of selected plants used in Ayurveda. Before starting the project, little scientists were given a one-week orientation course. Dr. Dev gave the introductory talk. The students were imparted training in recording information in the clinical proforma designed for the project, such as measuring the height, weight, and calculating BMI, measuring blood pressure, routine and special tests on urine and blood samples, measuring blood sugar with the help of the glucometer, studying physical, chemical, and microbiological parameters of drinking water, and techniques in animal tissue culture. Laboratories were established in villages to conduct field-based investigations. 4 days in a week were devoted for field work, while the remaining 2 were spent in the Academy's Pune Training Center. For the first few days, the Academy's instructors worked with the students. Students undertook home visits. After obtaining informed consent, personal information, weight, height, and blood pressure of the participants were recorded in specially designed proforma by the students. Spot urine samples were collected and subjected to routine examination at field laboratories. Aliquots of the samples were refrigerated for more detailed investigations. Once a week, the study population was requested to assemble for blood collection. Routine tests on blood were performed at the field laboratories. Special tests on blood and urine samples were carried out in the Academy's Pune laboratory. In the project on testing the anti-cancer activity of Ayurvedic plants using animal tissue culture, aqueous extracts of plant Amarkand and Ghaneri were tested for their effect on the growth of HeLa and MCF7 cell lines by the SRB assay. The amount of protein in the plant extracts was estimated by Lowry's method. SDS page was performed to know the number of proteins present. Cell counting, passaging, measurement of doubling time, and cryopreservation were performed by the students. Students entered the results in computers and prepared urine and blood examination reports that were distributed to the participants. On weekends, students delivered seminars on topics such as cell division, chromosomes, cloning of Dolly, stem cells, etc. Guest lectures by leading scientists and experts were organized for the students. Dr. Madhav Gadgil spoke on butterflies, Dr. Rita Mullerkar on genetic engineering, Dr. Ghaskadbi on developmental biology, and Dr. Gauri Abhyankar on plant tissue culture. Students analyzed the results and prepared posters that were exhibited at the valedictory function, which was held in July 2011 in the National Institute of Virology, Pune. Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar, National Research Professor and President, Global Research Alliance, Pune, was the chief guest, and Dr. K.N. Ganesh, Director ISA, Pune, was in the chair. Each little scientist received a certificate, plaque, and a scholarship of 5,000 rupees. Dr. Dev, the main architect of the program, said,
"Creative minds are present in equal proportion in all parts of the world, irrespective of caste and creed. On that count, rural India, which accounts for 70% of its population, should have a huge number of creative minds that has remained untapped. It is imperative that we tap these creative minds at a very young age. This is the basis for our program of Discovering Little Scientists, where students are exposed to laboratory sciences and research methodology at a very young age. We hope that this program will spread to other parts of the nation and even internationally. Thank you.
Let us all extend our best wishes to this unique effort.